I'll put the pieces together later. I was thinking I could just do it, but I just put the directions in a plastic bag, and it's underneath a big bunch of boxes. And I was like, oh, duh, he doesn't need a stand. He has a stand. He came with his own stand. So two of my standing ones right now are those two model kits right there. All right, so let's take a look at what else we got in the boxes today. I'm just going through some old boxes, and I figure you might want to go with me. So, or you do. Okay. Oh, I never put this together. Probably because it's gold, and it ain't good. $5.41 clearance somewhere. But it's an all gold version of Dragon Gundam from the G Gundam series. I definitely need to put that together then. So, Hyper Mode G Gundam, Dragon Gundam. All right, so that's the one I can put together. I think I haven't put together this next one too because I was like, I needed a screwdriver or something. I have screwdrivers. The kits from this era have screws in their legs, so it's a really good kit. Yep, I love this color. Look at this. It's like seafoam green. See where the holes are right there? I think that's where the screws go. It's got the little antenna right there. Maybe this one doesn't take screws. I don't see any screws in the package. But he's got the poly cap, like he's got the places where the screws go, and then he has a covering for it. Maybe he didn't have his screws, and I was like, dang it. Yeah, see, there's a screw right there. Then you put the cap over it. I was thinking, I knew they did. I thought it was, okay, yeah, it's also in the upper thigh. I remember in the upper thigh, definitely where it was, like old G.I. Joe figures. All right, so yeah, there's a color thing, so if you want to paint it first, or some paint pieces you can put on there. I like the color he is, but hey, where are the screws at? There's probably a little teeny tiny bag of, oh, there they are. There, the bag of screws right there. So there's another kit I could put together. So I've got two kits to put together on rainy days like today. Although right now it's windy. I looked at the forecast. It said 3 o'clock it's going to start raining again. But hopefully it'll be out of here soon. All right. I'll probably put this one together. This one's pretty easy. Hung Gates. I loved Hung Gates. There's a guy that worked at in Chris. He knew all about some Gundams. This is one of my very first Gundams I ever bought. I loved the V Gundams. They had this really cool endoskeleton. I was going to paint him purple, obviously, and then I got sidetracked and just forgot all about him. So here is a kit that needs to be finished. That yellow does not look good with that purple, but I got to get another purple like that, I guess, to commit to it. But I had a lot of this Tamiya paint in the big old brown flat jar. It's acrylic paint, but it looks just as good as enamel paint. And back then, I didn't know there was acrylic paint. I thought it was like, oh my gosh, there's a Japanese secret, the ancient Chinese secret, huh? So I need to get these out. I think I was going to plan to do black on this or something, like a black marker and get in there. Get out some paint and finish this thing up. It's been sitting for like since the 90s. Oh my gosh. I've had this kit since it was Hung Gates, $5.69. That seems like a lot, doesn't it? Not now, but it did then. See, this is how you know the price. In Japan, this should have been $10 at Hung Gates. I'm surprised it was $5.69. The way I knew it in Japan is that this said 500. That meant that I was going to pay $10 in America. But it was only like really like 75 cents to $1 on this. So 500 yen is like 5 times, like $3.75. That's how much you would have paid for this in Japan at that time. And then yen prices rose, and then yen prices dropped, and then they shook it all about. I'm looking for a year. The year's usually on the front, 1993. That sounds about right. I had it since around 94 or 95 probably. So that's a kit that needs to be finished. Okay, come on, this has got to be finished. This is the SD Gundams, the super deformed. This is the more Musha, 2003. So I probably got this off of, I used to go to a place called HLJ.com to get a lot of kits. This is probably from HLJ. And I will do the stickers on the eyes, and that normally is about it. But, oh, you know what I need to do? I need to get up there with a toothpick and press this in. Here's a piece that might be small enough to press it in. Although that sticker's been risen so long, it's probably not going to stick anymore. So I'm pretty sure that this is close to complete as possible. I don't know. So there's a few more pieces missing off of the final thing here. I may have had to take them off just to get him into the package. Trying to figure out how does that. There's a picture. Of course, there's the comic strip. They always have a little comic strip in there. So this is where Gundams are actually alive. And there wasn't an SD Gundam cartoon in America, but it was awful. All right, so that technically is complete. I didn't create like a left and right for this, did I? All right. Let me get some drinks of that dust. These have got so much dust on them. Oh, I had some headphones in here. That'd be great to listen to some music while I'm talking, because I'm bored myself to tears. This is probably done. This is a Gundam Ashtray, the cheap, crappy quality. 2002. I don't remember getting this at Hungate's. I remember getting it, I want to say from the comic book shop. Like, the comic book shop would order this stuff. We used to have a comic book shop back in the day. You can order this stuff out of the thing. This can't be it. Oh, what? I think this is the wrong directions in here. Okay, yeah, this is not the right directions. This is the X Gundam, the Gundam X. And for some reason that's in here. See, this is how low quality this Gundam is, that the actual back of it is where the directions are. It's HD, HG is high grade, so I used to call this like LG for low grade. Because there's nothing to it. I mean, look, the feet are hollow. It's pathetic. It really is. Oh my gosh. It's been so long since I messed with this. I remember this and Epion were the hugest. I think Epion I definitely got from the comic book shop. And that was a massive disappointment. This is probably, oh man, if you ever want something you could just take pieces from, like the head and Frankenstein on like a G.I. Joe body, this would be it. Because his head is about the same size as Edison's head. But he has no articulation like at all. He's really like, this is something you expect out of like a Kabaya toy, like a candy toy. So he's got ball joints, but he does have the little ball PVC or PC pieces. So that's interesting. But he's got hollow feet. He's got no knee articulation. He's got ball joints right here. That's the little PC joints. This isn't even the one. This isn't the Gundam that's on the back right here. I was about to say this does not look like it because it's showing white. And I remember it being white and red. I don't even know who this is now. This is a mystery to me because this is not the Gundam in the box. So, yet another reason to get rid of the boxes or flatten them all out. Because evidently I stored stuff in there that I don't know why. Why it's just that he was not interesting enough. I don't think that's his gun. I think everything on this guy is going to be pink. This may have been a Kabaya toy now I think about it, because how could he be this crappy quality? Even the Gundam that came in this box, nah, he ain't much better. Look at that. He's got the one, like, full, like, the legs the same pretty much. He's got the single foot, but they're not the same. These remind me of V Gundam. I'm trying to think of who the heck this is. It's got a huge shark fin on his head. Look how hollow this is. Oh, man. Oh, okay. These are side panels, side skirts. I want to say this is part of the Strike Gundam era, isn't it? These are probably the same, so it doesn't matter which side you put it on. Man, the dust is getting to me, that's for sure. So I'm guessing this gun goes to... Oh, according to that picture, no. kind of looks like that one, but I don't think it is. So this is not Astray. This is in Astray's box, but this is not Astray. All right. And then I can't get his gun to even stay in his hand. That's how sad this is. That hollow back is only going to be covered by this. That's so sad. His arms have no articulation in the elbow, the wrist. It's just a ball joint here. He's kind of like the Star Wars figures of the 70s of Gundam almost. He's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of articulation. That's pathetic. So sad. Oh well. This was probably, like I said, some kind of Kabaya toy that came with candy or something. But hey, some of the things you might like about it, you might want to take his head off and use it for something else. But this is completed, and yeah, let me put it over to the side. So I got 2 completed things. I can break down their boxes, and that one's not even the right box. Oh, there's a lot of dust on these boxes. They used to be on the shelf back in the day, or sitting on top of my So where my dad was staying in that room, I had my old childhood furniture from like 1973, 4, and it's all pine wood. He even broke the bed. I can't believe that. I don't know why he did that. He was like, it's uncomfortable. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I'm just blacking out there. I had all these boxes on top of it. Oh, here's another crappy one. Well, this one's not that crappy. It actually has knee joints. Oh, and it's got polycaps, and it's got actual, see, this is the kinds of hands I actually like. I like the rubbery hands. These are PC polycure, but they're called polycaps, but it's like polyurethane maybe? I don't know. This is harder plastic. This is a more softer plastic. I love doing these. This is the knee joints and the elbow joints. And that's probably a shoulder joint and probably elbow joints. I don't know. It depends on if he's double jointed or not. But this is not a bad kit. This is one of the cheapest kits. See, the one I just showed you, I would call that like a Kabaya toy. This is more of what I would call SG, like standard grade, like the very lowest grade back then you can get. Of course, now it's a drop to an all-time. I think this is an American kit too, huh? Because yeah, they did do this in America for a while there. It was originally 1995 in Japan, but whenever America got the cartoon, Americans were dying for the toys and the model kits. So that's probably just something I got from like maybe Toys R Us or something. And this is one of the kits probably you can get at Hobby Lobby now. I've seen a lot of the HG versions of these kits at Hobby Lobby because this is still, what people remember. I definitely saw either the Endless Waltz version of this, Gundam Sandrock. Yeah, they got a lot. This is the kind of thing you'll see at Hobby Lobby is the HG version. But there's no HG, LG, whatever. This is what I call this SG in my brain. Standard grade, not entry grade. And this is low grade because it's not even on the same level. I don't know what they would call it, what kind of quality they call it, but I call it low grade. It doesn't have knee joints, seriously? That one I will gladly build. I might even build that today. I'm kind of in a better mood today. Yesterday I'm like, oh, I'm so tired of the rain and being out in it. I haven't even gone out yet. I just went out to open the door for the cats. Here's one of my oldest Gundams ever. Why did I mark up the price on that? Maybe somebody gifted it to me. I doubt it though. All right, so Gilgog, 1989. Wow. So back whenever I was in high school, I had a best friend named Ling, and he's Vietnamese. Don't ever call him Chinese boy. He hates that. Now I didn't make this up, but he'd always enter the ring. He's like, secret Asian man. But anyway, he and I used to build Gundam kits. He got me into the hobby. I didn't know it existed. So we were over at, this broke off. Dang it. We were over at the Four Seasons Mall, and he wanted to show me something. I was like, what is it? And I was like, oh my gosh. He went there to get the Mark II Musha Gundam. That thing was gorgeous, and I didn't have any money, so I was not expecting. I was spending the night over at his house, but he let me help him a little bit on that. But I was like, man, these are cool, and I started saving up my money to get them because man, they ain't cheap. This is obviously not the Gilgog that's inside. This is actually the Robotech, and I painted it silver because it looked cooler than the brown color. There's the pilot inside. Hold on, do you see it? The pilot. So this is an underwater Gundam, or not Gundam, mecha. Look at those fists. It reminds me of the old, I think I left it. I didn't want to glue it in because I wanted it to be like a firing fist, like firing fist. Because when I was a kid, all the robots had firing fist. I guess that doesn't bend at all, but that's fine. I think this is an old Robotech glued together. I mean, like, Gundams didn't always used to be easy to build. They used to be glued together. There's the backpack. Like, he actually needs oxygen tanks. It's so funny. I love how here's the other oxygen tank. I was painting it orange. Here's his other fist. Here's the Gilgaug. What leftover pieces, like, they always, okay, back then they didn't have the moving hands. You had to put the trigger finger onto the gun and replace it with a sword gun hand, whatever. Like, you come with two different hands for the right hand. So there was the gun holding hand and the regular hand. So you put it around it. Trying to see what the regular hand is like that. It's like a battle axe holding hand. All right, so that's the Gilgaug. And the box under it, it may be what I'm talking about the Robotech one, but I think the Robotech one came in a weird box. Nope, this is not the Robotech one. I need to go and break these boxes down. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I tell you, I loved this one. This one was so beautiful when I built it. I remember building this. I was home for the summer. This is back when I was in college and I came home for the summer I built one of these. Like in the summer, I would just build one and paint it and work on it. I worked on things a lot back then. Now I feel like I'm doing things like in Russian, because I'm always Russian. All right, that's the last box, so I don't have to worry about it. So, oh man, look at this. BG8. I think I got this at a comic book shop in Burlington. I don't know. I don't remember where I got it at. $11.50, but look at that. Isn't that, the artwork on that is just gorgeous. I would actually frame this. This is the Zugok E, 1989, and it is a gorgeous kit. Oh, that's the orange pack for him. All right, see, it's been a while since I've touched these things. I loved how he was, I was hoping every one of those things was flexible, but they're not. Like there's two parts, like it's the top part and then it connects to the bottom part. But I was hoping it would be a lot more building, but hey, it'd be a lot more beautiful. Look how gorgeous that is. He's somewhere around here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is 1989. So yeah, I wanted to break the box down, and that is such a beautiful piece of art. If I had room, oh, you know what? This is like the size of a picture frame. I could put it in a picture frame like it's a relative. All right, so one more thing I did want to do is after I got down to the bottom of the pile, let me get back out the instructions again for this. You put together the weapon. Am I missing? I'm missing a piece because it was definitely on there. All right, I'll just deal with these again. Okay, if I can get that up without sliding it off the table, there it is. I thought there was a round piece. I think I tried to attach. Dang it. That thing wants to come off more than anything, this hand piece. But I'm not going to glue anything down because you never know if you have to replace something with it or something. I think his hand's popping it off. All right. Okay. There's the piece I thought I was missing, actually, this piece. All right, so the lighting thing I left in the package because I'm like, this bag isn't actually big enough to hold this, so I need to relink it. Stickers, I ain't putting those stickers on. It's a lot of extra work. This is the battery casing. I should at least pop it out since there's no other pieces that are gonna look like it. That way I won't put a hole in the bag with the sprues. I don't know which piece is which. I think it's self-explanatory. There's the shell with the shelves and the shell without the shelves. Yeah, but I might go build that kit right there. That one right there, the W Gundam. I think I just put all because I was like, man, it's a W Gundam. There's 1,000 of those. I was about to put these together. I was like, don't put those together. All right, let's zip it. Zip it good. And then we'll put the instructions with it so we won't lose it. Oh, what am I doing? I need the instructions. I'm going to put... I was looking at this, but I don't know how this goes together, so I'm going to have to use the instructions. Get that out of the way. There we go. Probably at the end, because all the little extra doodads go on the end. Let's have all the stickers here. All right, so here it is. Yeah. It is a sleepy day. All right. It's showing you 3 something here to pay attention to. So there's this piece. It's showing you to attach other pieces to it. So I was like, I'm confused. There's no other. All right, so this piece actually goes on the back of this to round that out, to make it correct, like to make it 3D. Okay, I'm trying to get the orientation correct to this. Yep, that's right. And then this piece, or this piece, which one is it? Well, I'm going to go with this piece. All right, so those 2 pieces go right here, and that's hurt my thumb. But on the other side, this piece is going on. All right. Oh, and they show you a 3D version of the same thing we're doing there. Gotcha. Could have done that and made it a lot easier. All right, so we got that. And then this, does it go on the end? No, it doesn't. It goes... I'm confused. All right, so hold on. It's showing this. I'm trying to get the same orientation as the picture. And then this comes down and just attaches to the top of it. How? Like, I'm a little baffled. Does it, you have to take those pieces off? Okay, I guess it just attaches to the blade itself. Okay. All right, okay. All right, gotcha. All right, okay, so it becomes a weird blade. The wings just plug in. That was easy to figure out. The on-off switch under that thing. That goes into that. All right, so let's go and put this weapon on him and complete him. You complete me. Yes, I do. I complete you. I was just looking to see if those batteries in there. I was like, oh my gosh, there's batteries in there. Because I know I had this before the pandemic. Look how freaking long it is. I'm going to have it up in the air. Just not to have it in the way. So there we go. He is rocking. Zega pain, you're not a pain to me, buddy. You're gorgeous. Look at that. I love the translucent pieces. It kind of gives me this Tron vibe, Green Lantern, Tron, Gundam. If you combine those 3 things together, you got Zega pain. Now, I do have another one who's nice to build. I need to build one of those. I got a lot of things to build. I'm in the mood to build. All right, let me take a bathroom break since I've been sitting on my butt for 23 minutes, and if you sit on your butt too long, you could end up cracking it. I hope you guys know that. All right, I'll be back in a few minutes, maybe.